What's up everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be installing two things, one of which being Kartboy Endlinks and the other which being a TBW Performance skid plate on the bottom of my WRX. During the last track day my Endlinks snapped and these are highly rated. They're not adjustable, but they still have better bushings than the stock ones and should lead to a more solid ride. We have the front and rear Endlinks. You can tell these are the front because the holes go in the same direction and these are in different directions. The hardest part of this install is going to be taking the old ones off. Once the old ones are off, the new ones should be pretty easy to install. I tried for about 5 minutes to get it off, holding it with a wrench, and then just went for the angle grinder. So cut the Endlinks off. I need to still cut off that part and bang out the bolt, but we're making progress. And the front Endlinks are mounted this side and over there. Time to work on the back. And we remove the bolts for the back. Here's the back sway bar. It connects to the Endlink and the Endlink bolts right here. So we took this bolt off. We're going to do the same on the other side, and I doubt I'm going to be able to get these off, so we're going to grind these off here and then we'll be able to put the new Endlinks on. It was easier for me to just take off the rear sway bar instead of trying to get the angle grinder in. So we took the rear sway bar off. We used the angle grinder to cut the bolts. And now we have the new Kartboy Endlinks on. And we are going to reinstall the sway bar. We have the Endlink in there, so the bolts put back. I put the 2 bolts back for the sway bar. All you need to do is take out 2 bolts on this side, 2 bolts on that side to get it out. So sway bar is put back, the bolt provided with the Kartboy Endlinks are in. This bolt you can get to from the other side, so you don't need to grind it off. All the other bolts that you do grind off, Kartboy provides a bolt to replace it. So now we have all the Endlinks in. It is time to move on to the splash guard. So in my opinion, there's a couple cons to the factory splash guard. First of which being that you have to drop it every time you want to change the oil cartridge. And the second of which being that you have to reach up in the fender well every time you do want to drop it to take out a little push pin. Whereas the new one just has 4 bolts on the bottom where you could just drop it if you need to, but it does have separate holes for the oil filter and the drain plug and covers for both of those holes. Okay, we have all the parts unboxed, unwrapped. We have the fasteners here. I'm going to take off the old splash guard, show you guys what that looks like, how these parts match up, and then we'll get these installed. So here's the old one. To take this off, there are going to be 2 size 14 bolts there, 1 there, 2 clips on the back that you just pull backwards, and then 1 clip on each side right there, and then the same on the other side. Now, the reason of why I would want these over this, not only because it looks better, and yes, you might be saying no one's going to look at the bottom of your car, who cares what it looks like, but it's going to be easier to drop and put back if I ever need to do that. And also, I cut a hole right there to get the oil filter out. You can drain the oil right there, it already exists. I cut a hole there. Their kit has the same 2 holes, so a little bit harder to see. 1 here, but they're bolted on. So they're still covered, and whenever you need to do anything, you can just unbolt them, access them, and put them back up. So I shouldn't have to drop it as much, but when I do, there are these 2 side pieces, so I don't have to reach up in the wheel well and find the pin to pull. I can just unbolt them from those. Those 2 will stay there, and this will come out. And we are done. We have everything all mounted up. I have 1 bolt in the back, which is actually a wing nut in my case because the nut broke off a while ago. So instead of it clipping in up there now, you can actually bolt it in. You can take these 2 bolts off so you don't have to reach all the way up there. It's the same way on the other side. There is the door for the oil filter. You can kind of see the oil filter behind it a little bit. The door for the drain plug is right over there. And then we can see the 2 pieces, so this main piece, and then there's a piece that connects to the bumper as well. Overall, love the way it looks. Love the way it turned out. Very happy, and we'll see how it holds up. Alright, everything's on the car, and that closes out this video. We are going to take this car to the track next week, so we'll see how it performs with the Endlinks, the wheels. Skid plate's not really going to make a difference, but we'll be able to test out those 2 parts. So make sure you subscribe for not only that, but I have coilovers ordered where we're going to be lowering the car, and we'll be putting on parts continuously to this car and the truck. So I will see you guys for all of those videos.